What is going on, everybody? Ninja Nick back with round 4 of this League Cup in Catskill, New York at Kirwan's Game Store. We have Miraidon on the left versus Arceus Giratina on the right. My friends Alex Gonzalez versus James Thiel. I'm going to tell you right now, James attached and passed to his Squovet. That's not good. That's not good at all. Like, if it was Arceus, it would be passable. Miraidon got a lot of hype right after this tournament because I think Pittsburgh was like the week after or 2 weeks after, something like this, of when this was recorded, because it was like I think it was like end of August this happened. Finally got the footage for. Alex is obviously going to do Miraidon things, which is Ultra Ball for a Miraidon. Use Miraidon to get Flaffy Miraidon. Miraidon to get Raichu. Hits double energy off the electric generator. And James is like about ready to like fist bump and see what his top card is. Does not have the energy to retreat yet, but finds the research to be able to retreat. And James, of course, his top deck was the Arceus V. So, and the card after that was Ultra Ball too. So, of course, never lucky. James did get second at Salt Lake with an Arceus deck, and he got top 64 at NAIC with basically the same, like, 59 cards or something like that. But I will tell you, after that specific game, James lost so much faith in that deck that he decided not to play it for Pittsburgh, and that's why he went on Mew. Ended up on DTE Mew, and he lost round 1 to Charizard, and round 2 to opponent's starting Spiritomb. But then went 5-3-1, so he did better than me. So, did you guys know we recently hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube? Well, we'd actually be at more like 6,000 if the 85% of you returning viewers actually hit the subscribe button. You scroll down just a little bit, and there's going to be a subscribe button for you guys right here. You can even hit like on the video or share it with your friends too while you're down there. And our description box down below also has links to all of the different socials I have. And the best part is you can even leave a comment telling me how much you enjoyed the video, or didn't. I don't care, it's your life. Subscribing doesn't take anything but that 1 second of time, and it really helps make sure that you don't miss any of my uploads. So if you are enjoying watching all of my content, it helps you out, and it helps me out. Now that you've done that, let's get back to the video. Looks like James is going to have a Spiritomb start this game, so still not that great, but he has an Arceus V-Star in his opening hand, so, and an Ultra Ball, so maybe he can make this work. Double Ultra Ball. All right, yeah, so he can definitely make this work. Maybe you Ultra Ball for a Bidoof and a Arceus, and then you V-Star for Bibarel and something else, I guess. Can put your double turbo onto the Arceus this turn. No, V-Guard. You V-Guard it first. Yeah, he's deciding what he wants to discard. He's going for maybe double Ultra Ball, he's thinking. I think maybe you just go for single Ultra Ball, and then you just, like, win off the back of the Arceus V-Star on this next turn. You go for, like, research off of your V-Star power. So, a much better start than the previous game. And our boy Alex there, the food connoisseur himself with that Kirby shirt, inhaling all of that food, gets to start the Miraidon, so he just already has a minimum of 6 Pokemon in play just off of his starting Pokemon. Is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, it looks like double Turbo Pass. I think I would have... Yeah, I think personally I would have gone with the... Well, I guess it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, because... No. I definitely would have gone for the V-Guard first, just because if your opponent gets, like, double Electric Generator, Boss's Orders, Attach, Retreat, they can knock out your Arceus and then you lose. Or no, that doesn't matter. The V-Guard doesn't matter because Miraidon's an EX, not a V Pokemon. So yeah, it doesn't... And the Raikou can't knock you out either way. You'd have to hit a lot to make the Raichu be able to take a knockout turn 1 like that, and you're expending a lot of resources to do that. So, yeah, definitely the double turbo is correct. I take back what I said. Double turbo attach was correct. in case you get, like, judged. Now you have at least 2 energy on your Pokemon. So we are going to hit the electric generator, 1 energy this time off of it, as opposed to the last game where we hit 2. So not quite as good of a start, but still not bad. We're going to attach for turn to the bench as well here. And we have a switch. Oh, okay. So we're going to be able to take a prize turn 1. Go for the fleet-footed. Yeah, switch. Fleet-footed. We're going to go for right. He hasn't fleet-footed it yet. Fleet-footed it? Is that a... I don't know. I'm like, is that an actual term? Oh, I don't think he used the fleet-footed. Maybe he forgot. I think he was about to, and then he's like, no, I'm just switching into it. And then put the bravery charm on it. Or I just missed it and I'm stupid. That's entirely possible. Path to the Peak also comes down, so now we can't Starbirth? Oh no. Yeah, so for Pittsburgh Regionals, Path to the Peak and Judge were being highly hyped. Which is why James was like, if I'm going to play a Path Judge deck, I'm going to play Mew and not Arceus. Because Mew is actually consistent and can play out of Path itself. Play with and out of Path. So, yeah, just going to go for a Trinity Nova just to get some damage on the board, as well as 1 grass energy of its own onto there. Alex is going to get the Forest Seal Stone down to the Raichu V. So now we could always see a retreat of the Arceus, getting rid of the double turbo energy, but yeah, we could see Arceus retreat, a switch to bring it back into the active. Boss's orders up the Raichu for a knockout because it has 200 HP. You just need like 1 more energy to do that. I don't know. That seems really bad. You're asking for a lot at this point. It's a really unfortunate sequence of events here for James. So yeah, Alex is going to attach for a turn to the Raichu, research away the other lightning. Of course, Alex playing the optimal Professor Turo research art. We're going to Ultra Ball away, what, another 2 energies? Oh, Squawk and an energy. That's a lot better. Now you can get the Flaffy out. Use Dynamotor. Flaffy, very reminiscent of the Electric we used to have back in the Mewtwo War days, and would be used with a different Raikou, a single prize one, during the X and Y era. And it looks like we're going to be loading up that Raichu. I'm not sure if I agree with putting it on the Raichu there. Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, he's going for the knockout? Can he even go for the knockout here? And he still has 1 more bench spot. Alex can put down the other Mareep to evolve into the Flaffy. Yeah, I'm not sure why Alex did this. Because yes, your opponent doesn't get to take prize cards, but now you're out of energy on board. Yeah, because James can still take a prize card if he gets boss's orders. Looks like he doesn't have that though. So I think that was definitely a misplay from Alex. I think he should have just hit in with the Raikou, and then he could have cleaned up with a Miraidon after that. And yeah, you're extending the game, but you're already ahead 1 game, and you're already ahead in this game. I'm gonna take 120 from... No, you should be taking 180. There should be 1 more die on that Raichu. Yeah, he only put 120 down on that Raichu. That should be 180. And James is just gonna hit into it again. That's it. Just gonna fail his search. We are going to Dynamotor here, putting 1 of those energies down on the Raikou. Benching the Mareep that should have been benched last turn. This could have become a Flaffy this turn. He does have the... Or no, he's already used his V-Star power. Never mind. So yeah, gonna attach to the bench as well. Now he can escape rope. He could escape rope, knock out the Bidoof. That would actually be really good here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about judging. I don't like that. Because you're giving your opponent better cards. And more of them. You could have cut off his ability to attack at all by going for the Bidoof. So yeah, I think Alex is really punishing himself for having gone for that Raichu attack early in the game. And I think this is very reminiscent of, I think it was the round, there was one of the rounds at, was it Pittsburgh Regionals or was it something before that, where there was a guy who just like kept blowing things up with the Raichu, getting rid of all of his energy, and then he's at like 4 prize cards and then can't do anything else after that or something. Like I'm pretty sure Azul made a video and it's like, what are these players doing, and circled the Raichu. I didn't see the video, but I saw the thumbnail. I thought it was hilarious. He redraws into the escape rope he had previously and now decides to play it. So yeah, I definitely think you should have played that at the very least before judging, because that would have been one more card, one less rope in your deck, one more card you could potentially draw into. And then I think he forgets the fleet-footed again. Or no, he has Path to the Peak in play. He can't fleet-footed now. Never mind, he didn't forget it this time. Yeah, Path to the Peak has already been in play for more than a turn, so he can't fleet-footed this turn. Looks like James is going to be able to find his way to a Giratina V-Star. Or a Giratina V, which can be loaded up now. And James can actually take 2 prize cards here off of the Raichu. So, yeah, Alex not in the best position right now. He's going to be really reliant on finding that second Flaffy now. And finding more electric generators to try to rebuild his energy state. We also see an INO here. That'll put James to 6 new cards. And Alex to a fresh 4. So that is about what he had in hand before. It looks like maybe it's a little bit better. I think he had an Ultra Ball before, which would have been good to get the second Flaffy. But he also has an Arven now. Arven could always get him the Ultra Ball and another tool card. Or he could just play his own INO and just hope that he draws into it. So now we're going to use our third Trinity Nova of the game to accelerate energies 2, 3, and 4 into play. So yeah, we are gonna Nest Ball to get that second Bidoof so that maybe we can have some option of draw during this match. And the Trinity Nova is coming out. James just making sure he knows what's in his prize cards there. Is going to take 2 prize cards, and he's gonna get 3 energy on that Giratina V. So if that evolves into a Giratina V-Star, we could see any one of these 2 prizers get blown up in one hit now. And again, this Raichu has 180 on it, not 120. The damage was calculated incorrectly by Alex, so that still needs to be fixed. I'm not sure if they caught it or not. I'm surprised James didn't catch it, honestly. But maybe he's a little bit checked out of this game after what happened in Game 1. I do believe that neither of these players are at an undefeated record at this point in the tournament either. So Alex does promote the Raichu so that something more relevant can be charged up with the Flaffies. He does get the second Flaffy out. So we will be able to, looks like we're going to Brave Charm and then double Dynamotor to the Raichu. And we just need an energy to retreat with. This deck doesn't play Beach Court. It's closer to the, I don't think it's exactly the Andrew Mahone build. It might be. But I know he does play the Paths to the Peak instead. I really like the Beach Court better, personally. We do have the INO. That's going to put Alex's last card in hand to the bottom. And both players are going to draw 4 new cards. So James losing access to his hand as well. He had a few cards in there. So he did take 2 prizes, of course, last turn. So that was 2 additional cards in that hand, plus two less that he's drawing off the INO. So here comes the electric generator, is going to be able to find 2 energies, so that will be attached to the Miraidon here. And then you have 2 Dynamotors still. You can Dynamotor 1 to a Raikou and 1 to the Miraidon. Seems fine. Or if you have the energy to retreat, or some way to retreat, I guess, then you could... Oh, yeah, you do have the energy. Okay. Yeah, I think it might have been better to put that second one on the Raikou, maybe? No. It's such a weird... Oh, I think Alex is realizing his mistake now. Yeah, so the damage is fixed for before. It is at 180 damage now. And again, like I said in the previous round, it would be really cool to have a card like Tapu Koko back in the format where it just does 20 spread, because then Arceus could hit for 180 and then do 20 spread after it to the bench. Or though, I guess with the double turbo that doesn't work, right? So it would only work in Lost Box decks, so yeah, no, definitely don't reprint that card. That would be bad for the format. I guess you could reprint it and say 40 instead, and then the double turbo just reduces it to 20 to everything. But then it's way too broken and expanded, but expanded's not a thing anymore, so. And what James could do here is he could actually shred for the knockout on this Raichu that he just brought up, but it'll still die to the Miraidon here. So, looks like we were playing out cards to try to Bibarel into the Giratina V-Star. But unfortunately did not get what we're looking for. So he's going to leave that Bibarel in the active spot as a sacrifice. I think it might have actually been better to put the double turbo in this case, like in hindsight in this case, to put that double turbo onto the Giratina V-Star and just hope that onto the Giratina V and hope your opponent just doesn't have boss. You definitely have to sacrifice the Bibarel this turn. Looks like Alex is going to go for the research. We'll discard another 2 Path to the Peak. And a boss's orders. Oh man, so if he just had the energy to retreat, he had the boss already in hand. And yeah, he gets Escape Rope instead, so that still does the same thing. So Alex is able to take this game 2-0. Game 1 very cleanly. Game 2 was pretty rough play from Alex, in my opinion, but he still managed to squeak it out just because of how much more consistent his deck is than James's. So rightfully so, James said, I'm not playing Arceus again, at least for a while. So... As always, guys, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, all that good stuff up above. And we will see you guys next round. I think there was a 5th round at this cup, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't remember. Was there a 5th round? Was there? I don't know. You guys will know when you see the next upload.